You've probably seen it. A man stumbling down a street in Philly, eyes blank, limbs twisted, body slumped forward like a puppet with no strings, alive but not really, breathing but barely human. People call them zombies, but they're not undead. They're victims. Victims of a drug so powerful, so deadly that just 2 milligrams, the size of a grain of salt, can end your life. This isn't science fiction. This is fentanyl, and America is in the middle of a nightmare it can't wake up from. Imagine a drug so strong that touching it could knock you out cold. Now imagine that same drug being sold on the streets like candy, everywhere, from New York to LA, Seattle to Miami. This video is not just about a drug. It's about a country in crisis. We're diving deep into the fentanyl epidemic in America. What it is, where it's coming from, how it's turning people into walking shells of themselves, and most importantly, why the most powerful nation on earth is losing the war against it. Let's get into it. Fentanyl is a synthetic opioid. That means it's made in a lab, not harvested from a poppy plant like heroin. It was originally created for severe pain relief, things like surgery or late-stage cancer. But here's the catch. It's 50 times stronger than heroin, 100 times stronger than morphine. Just 2 milligrams, enough to fit on the tip of a pencil, can be fatal. And now, it's flooding American streets in powder, pills, even sprayed onto paper. People think they're buying Xanax, Percocet, or cocaine, but what they're really getting is a death sentence. Walk through Kensington in Philadelphia, you'll see people slumped over at impossible angles, barefoot, shirtless, twitching, foaming, or just lying still. It's horrifying. Not because it looks like a movie, but because it's real. They're called fentanyl zombies. And they're not rare anymore, they're everywhere. In 2023, over 100,000 people died from drug overdoses in America. Nearly 70% of them involved fentanyl. Let that sink in. Every 5 minutes, someone dies, not from cancer, not from gun violence, but from this invisible poison sweeping across neighborhoods, cities, and homes. Here's where it gets dark. Really dark. The chemicals used to make fentanyl, called precursors, are manufactured in China. They're shipped to Mexico, where drug cartels like Sinaloa and CJang convert them into fentanyl powder and pills. Then, they're smuggled across the southern U.S. border. Every pill that gets past the checkpoint is a coin toss between high and death. And despite billions in border security and law enforcement, it keeps coming. Why? Because there's too much profit, too much corruption, and too many people willing to risk everything for a cheap escape. Robbie was 22. A rising indie musician from Brooklyn, smart, kind, full of potential. One day he injured his back in a car accident. Doctor prescribed him opioids, he became dependent, and when the pills ran out, he turned to street drugs. In 2022, Robbie was found collapsed in an alley, shoeless, lips blue, a burnt spoon in his hand. Autopsy revealed fentanyl overdose, that was it. A brilliant life, gone in seconds. And Robbie's story, it's not rare, it's becoming normal. This isn't just about addicts, it's about a system that created the problem, then stepped back when things got worse. In the 2000s, companies like Purdue Pharma flooded the U.S. with prescription opioids. Doctors overprescribed, communities got hooked. Then when regulations tightened, illegal fentanyl filled the gap. Now, America is trying to play catch-up. But this drug is cheap to make, easy to move, and almost impossible to detect. By the time help arrives, someone's already dead. And let's not forget, there are whispers of fentanyl being used as a geopolitical weapon, flooding the U.S. market, weakening a generation, crippling from within. Sounds like a conspiracy? Maybe, but look around. The results are undeniable. This is more than a drug crisis. It's a social collapse in slow motion. The homeless camps growing under every bridge, the kids overdosing at 16, the parents burying children before they graduate, and it's not just the poor. Fentanyl doesn't care about race, class, or status. It kills doctors, teachers, veterans, teenagers. Everyone is vulnerable. It's a crisis of pain, loneliness, and helplessness, and it's spreading. Now imagine this. What if fentanyl crosses oceans? What if it ends up in your city, your street, your friend group? Countries like India, Brazil, Nigeria, even Canada are already seeing early signs. Fentanyl is cheap, highly addictive, and one bad batch can kill dozens. No one is immune. If we don't pay attention now, tomorrow it'll be our schools, our siblings, our cities on the front lines. Fentanyl isn't just a chemical, it's a mirror, a reflection of everything we've ignored: mental health, poverty, broken healthcare, corrupt politics. If we treat addicts like trash, we miss the point. They were once children. Dreamers, like you, like me. And now, they're dying in public while the world walks past like it's nothing. If this story moved you, share it. Let someone know what's really going on. And tell me in the comments, have you ever lost someone to addiction? Don't forget to subscribe for more real raw stories like this. Stay aware, stay human. Thank you for watching.